there are cheap people in this world. People who either can't get a job, too young to get a job, don't have money, don't really get that much allowance, or who are just cheap and don't feel like paying a bunch of money for a card, for a computer, or a graphics card in this case, but, like, or just a computer in general that can run games. So, what I said to this question was, what is the cheapest computer that I can get that can play some decent games? So, I looked at all my computers to see which one had the most potential for gaming, and I had to look at a couple of them. Varrock, who usually sits down by my foot here, he really can't run too much of anything. All he has is a measly little 1.5 gigahertz Pentium 4, which is it's pretty decent, but a 32 megabyte HP graphics card, which is not very impressive. 512 megabytes of RAM, which can't really run much of anything. 40 gigabyte hard drive, which is pretty tiny. Windows XP, which is a bottleneck for more modern-ish games. And it's just old. Catherby here. I'm sorry for shaking, but yeah, just real quick. Sorry for the bad camera work. Still don't have a tripod. Need to get one, but this Catherby here, running running Windows XP Service Pack 3, has an AMD Athlon XP 3200 3.2 gigahertz single core, which isn't that really isn't that good. Integrated blahness, 2 gigabytes of DDR2, which is decent. I think it's DDR2 actually, I don't know. It has 160 gigs, 7200 RPM IDE hard drive. Windows XP, as I already said, is a compact. I just realized something, but get that in a minute. I can't even fit a graphics card inside of this thing because it's a laptop, and laptops can't put graphics cards in them, and the graphics in them is horrible. Or in it. So, he's out the question. Not much to say with this thing. It's a Mac. Please don't kill me, Ghost of Steve Jobs. I don't want to die. So, I kept looking around, and I found a computer that I actually have two of, but only one of them works. This piece of junk. It's a typo. It's supposed to be Brimhaven, but I accidentally misspelled it. It has a Intel Core 2 Duo. It's actually 1.8 gigahertz, not 2.2. That's wrong. Integrated blahness. 2 gigs of RAM, which is pretty horrible. 160 gig hard drive. Windows 7 Home Premium, which is good. It's a Dell Vostro 200 if you're wondering. But I wonder, real quick. But this thing has 2 gigs of RAM in it. So I need to investigate something real quick. Too much stuff. But I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna try and take the 2 gigs or the two 1 gig sticks of RAM out of this thing, put it into that thing. And then this will have 3. And I'll tell you why I have that fan there in a little bit. But I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Gosh dang it! Why does this have to always happen? I swear, this thing has the worst focusing on anything. So, this is the RAM that I currently have in it, and I have 4 sticks of DDR2 here. 512 megs, because poorness. So, this is DDR2, I already know that, but this came out of Catherby, which is sitting there. And if you're going to yell at me for working on computers on carpet, you can just go fall off a cliff. No, not really, but you can just stop. But yeah, this is DDR. I'll put Birmingham back together. You're right back. Okay. So, I don't know what I was saying. So, if you're cheap and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a graphics card, but you still need to play some games, well, I have a perfect solution for you. what you would need is a Dell or some kind of computer already put together with a Core 2 Duo and above, Core 2 Quad preferably. I would say more than 2 gigs of RAM, but that's all I got. Decent hard drive, Windows 7, and a thing that will turn this piece of junk into a gaming machine. So, if I find the box, it is the Asus EN8400 GS, not too silent, card. This card, my grandpa actually picked up for $3. $3 for a graphics card. But the fan didn't work, so instead of it looking like it should normally do with like the clear fan on top, there's not a picture on there. Here's the card, and you may be like, well, how's this thing gonna play any games? I know, it's horrible. But it's got S-Video and DVI and junk. But this is a custom fan my grandpa actually put on it, because the other fan didn't work. So this thing doesn't make too much heat. It's only got a little tiny heat sink. It's got there's 512 megabytes of DDR2. So it's gonna cream through everything. But for $3, anything is good. But I think if you get them off Amazon, it's more like 20 or 30 bucks. I'm not too sure. But let's move right into the installation of this card into this thing. Okay, I'll cut to a part where this is on on my broken tripod. Installing a graphics card, especially this thing, into this computer is actually not too hard, believe it or not. What you'll need is you'll need a screwdriver of some sort. That's about it. So right here, there's a screw. Your case may vary. This just has a screw here. Some of them you'll have to pry open or pry off one of the PCIe slots here on the back. Just like right there. Sorry, I can't move the camera. I can't move it back either. Okay, so you want to take out your screw here. And then the topmost PCIe slot thing. So it should either unscrew individually, take out one screw and pull off a thing or whatever, or have to take out a screwdriver and pry it out of there. So you take a card, make sure your case has a port for this, and it should have a little clicky thing on the back. Mine just happens to be black. I'm not gonna say anything else. Basically, to install the card, you take it and you slide it right onto the port on it till it lines up with the back, and then firmly push on the whole thing until it's all nice and flat. And the fan should be facing down. In this case, no pun intended. So, should be right here. The onboard graphics happen to be right above it, so whatever. So the fan should be pointing down. The VGA should be on the right on the back. And there should be a little clip in the back that's nice and clipped so you can't pull it out or anything. So it's firmly seated. Then take your thingamaboob and place it right onto the here. Make sure it's not pushing too hard on anything. And then take your screwdriver again, which hopefully you have a magnet tip on it. Magnetic tip, whatever. Screw the screw back in, screw the screw onto this thing, or whatever it is. This probably should actually have a screw in it, but I don't really care. Really any computer should be able to have it, even with the included power supply, which this thing's junk. But I think it only draws like 45 watts or something. It doesn't, it just uses the PCI power. It doesn't have a Molex port or anything on the back. Anyway, squeaky chair aside, but take your little Dell side panel, slide your side panel back on, flip your computer up, and plug it in. I will get back to you when I have it plugged in. Just a note for this, you don't want to use the output on the motherboard, which should be on the left side and above the other ports or below it, like in this area. You want to use the one down here in the PCIe slot. I can't get my DVI to work, but I don't know if this is a problem with my particular card or if my computer's just being stupid. So I'll plug this in, turn it on, be back right back soon someday. I don't know. Yeah, if you can notice right now, you can hear that pretty loud fan. Yours shouldn't sound like that. That's just a fan that's on mine. It's very vibrating, so usually what I'm going to do is pull off the side panel and fix it. So, yeah, yours shouldn't be this loud at all. Mine is. And I've already plugged this in and tested it, so it's going to come up normally. Yours should be pretty blown up, because it's going to be using the Intel drivers. Or the Microsoft Basic Display Adapter or whatever. So yours won't look like this, it'll be really blown up. How to make this fan shut up. Yeah, it's not a problem with the actual card, it's just the fan that I have. So, I don't know, I guess I'll live with it. Sadly. Might take forever to log in. Beautifulness. If you want this wallpaper, just look up Mudkip Firefox wallpaper. Should pop up. So the games I will be testing, the games that will run, will be Half-Life 2, which is here. Bioshock, probably not, and GTA San Andreas, and a couple emulators, because that's what this thing always strives for. So, I'll get this all set up, and I will be right back. In focus. Yeah, I would do Minecraft, but this thing only has 2 gigs of RAM, so it won't run. Stupid crap! The first game I will be testing is Half-Life 2. If I can bring up the image a little bit. I don't know why it's so blown out, but I'm just recording straight off the screen, so I'll just show you the settings that I'm using real quick. A 1024 by 768 for the resolution, 4:3, which is going to actually just work. Model detail high, texture detail medium, high, simple, high, enabled, none, 2x, disabled, mine, enabled, none, DirectX 9, disabled. You can use this if you want. And I will just start playing it. Okay, so I'll just hit apply, wait for it to blah blah blah, and then hit OK. And just see my little iHome down the corner. Okay, let's load the game up. I'm not going to be showing a frame rate because I can't figure out how to do that, and I'm too lazy. So I'll get back once this thing's loaded. All I want to do in this game, or in this video, was show that it is possible with this cruddy of a card to play decent games. So I'm really kind of stuck in this part. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. But this wasn't so blown out. So yeah, this runs nice and smoothly, as you should be able to see. I would say probably about it stutters every once in a while. Not too bad. I think it's either the CPU, the GPU, or the RAM that's holding this thing down. Back. If it has a lot of effects up on the screen at once, it'll lag pretty bad. Yeah, I'm honestly stuck here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I can't really show you much of anything. yeah, it does. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty decent. It's really hard for me to play at the moment. I can't see. Let me just go over here. I'm gonna die. So, yeah, this game runs fine, unless you have like 50 quadrillion particle effects up, and you actually know how to play. So, I'll move right on to GTA San Andreas, which runs fine too, but I'll show you. Real limitation of this system is probably just the RAM, because I don't think something cooking. The graphics card dying. No. I don't know. Something doesn't smell right. Nah. Let's go away. So, here's San Andreas. Turn the volume a little bit. Yeah, 2 years of RAM on Windows 7s are pretty dang, like, it's major holdback. But, here's the settings. That much render distance, frame rate on, off, medium, on, off, 124x768. So, I'll just pop into a game. Seriously, smells like something's burning. I can't tell if it's pizza cooking or my computer. Yeah, I can't tell. I'll go see and then I'll come back. I'm just gonna go ahead and just assume it's a pizza, but I'm getting into the game. Once it loads a little bit, then it runs fine, but running, jumping, must stink. You almost hit me, bruh. So I'm just gonna grab a car here. Yeah, I'll take this. I don't know if this music is copyright actually. So I'll just I don't really get a copyright on something dumb. Pretty well. So yeah, driving around it's fine. This doesn't lag, it's just the car being stupid and I want to go up a hill. So yeah, it's you drive around, it's fine. Hitting people, it's fine. Running into other cars, flying up a hill and a piece of junk. The color's not right, I know, but it's the limits of me having no capture card for nothing. And I'm going. And now you're going to die. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. So I'll be back with emulators. Just gotta boot up the computer again. So it's taking forever, and you're opening. I don't care, and you can. Oh, it's just like perfect. Pretty limited on space that I have, if you couldn't already tell. But what I think this computer really excels in is in the emulators. It would be probably comparable to an Intel Compute Stick, sadly. And that thing has like a quad core and newer graphics in this, so that's probably better for gaming than this is. if you're gonna ask me. So about the newest thing you can do is run N64 stuff. I use Project 64 because magicness. So if I open up the game here, I've already configured and everything. It's not really that hard. And then full screen. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to play Mario Kart 64 with keyboard. Let's see how good that'll work, cause you know it'll work perfectly. So as you can see from here, it'll stutter a little bit every once in a while. So this is probably PlayStation, about the newest things you could do on it. So I was playing it earlier, and it was stuttering quite a bit because I'm pretty sure I was downloading a game and trying to play this at the same time, which probably cut into my CPU and my hard drive. Even though I think probably put the whole game in memory. But yeah, it runs fine. Perfect 30 FPS. Nothing wrong with it. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't give me a copyright strike for playing an old Mario Kart game that is no longer supported. Or anything. I'm talking about this like it's an operating system. So I'll go ahead and try another game. So, open RAM. Super Mario 64. This is a pretty popular game, I think. Again, still not set. So just full screen it. I have it running to like some pretty good resolution. So the game, this camera is not doing it justice at all, but it looks amazing. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. As you can see, it's stuttering a little bit there. Peach. Yeah, I'll probably just do part of this opening cutscene. So really anything before this, it'll run perfectly. Like, yeah, it stutters every once in a while. But like, if you're playing something like Super Nintendo or Genesis or probably even PlayStation, it would probably run perfectly fine. So if you're like, oh yes, I want to get the GameCube and Wii emulator for my computer, and you have this thing, that's just simply not gonna work, no matter what you do to it. Unless you put like a nice Core 2 quad and sorry, I can't play and walk or talk. Unless you put like a nice 2 or 3 gig, decently modern, powerful graphics card, something in it. You won't be playing much more than N64 times. Not even my uber powerful Note 5 can play GameCube very well. You don't have an 8-core CPU and a Mali GPU or something. But as you can see here, everything runs fine. Keyboard, you only have 8 directions possible. Forward, diagonal left, diagonal backwards, diagonal, and left. So I'm just gonna close out of here. So, like, if you're a person who really likes emulators, this graphics card will be perfect for you. Unless you want to play like Wii and Xbox stuff. Not like 360, I don't think much of anything can play 360. But yeah, the 2 gigs of RAM is really hurting this, I can tell. So I'll just open up my SNES emulator of choice. I do have a couple on here. I have a Super Nintendo, NES, MAME, which I can't figure out how to use, Genesis 32X CD, Game Boy Advance, you can read them, probably. So, not this, but this. I use ZSNES W. because it is amazing and it works perfectly. But I'll just cut back in when I get a game running. Okay, so just crank into a game real quick. Start fix. You can just speed through everything because magic. Yeah, it'll play Firefox. It's Firefox. You may be like, why is the frame rate so slow? Well, it's because this is a 3D game on a Super Nintendo, which is less powerful than any smartphone ever. So it's not gonna be able to run games or 3D very well. But if you're like me and you really like your SimCity, it'll run SimCity Super Nintendo version too. Let me just open my state. I don't know what these voices exactly, but absolutely no hiccups in SimCity because all it really does is like your CPU could probably like a 50 megahertz CPU could probably run this perfectly. So if you like Super Nintendo and 64, blah, 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 perfect for you. But I have a feeling this video is going to be like 25 minutes long. Hopefully not half an hour, because that would be horrible. Because it would mean it would take 10 years to upload. But anyway, else works with a fully functional PC. If you're wondering what I'm using for wireless, since this computer does not have wireless, sadly. It's a little Belkin something dongle that you shove into the back of the computer. That sounded slightly wrong, but I don't care. If I got 4 gigs of RAM, it would probably run Minecraft. But anyway, before I make this video 10 billion years long, I have a feeling it already is. I don't feel like editing stuff out because I can't really do that on a phone. Yeah, so the computer, Core 2 Duo something, probably use XP, it probably runs slightly better. I put a floppy drive in it, has DVD drives. See, Core 2 Duo, I already showed you, you can just rewind the video if you want to see the specifications again. The card, forgot, Asus EN8400GS Silent 512 megabit version. So anyway, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you feel like you would like me to make more videos, and you would like more of this type of videos from me. Go subscribe to the 8-Bit guy. He's a really cool YouTuber. I don't know him personally, but shout out to him. He is an inspiration for me. Go subscribe to Greenham Gaming TV. He's an epic YouTuber. Go subscribe to him. Linus Tech Tips, whatever. Go subscribe to him. They are awesome as well. And Barnacle Nerdgasm. Go subscribe to him. And Jay's 2 Cents. Go subscribe to him. There's just some YouTubers that I feel like if you like my videos, you would like theirs too, because theirs are better than mine in production quality and video ideas, and they have way better computers than I do, because I'm poor. I know I say I'm poor a lot, but I kind of am. So, anyway, do whatever you want. I don't really care. But anyway, guys, leave me a suggestion for videos in the future that I should do. Go check out puns. Go check out my gaming channel. It is Every Game TV. I'll try to put a link in the description for that and the channels that I mentioned. I don't know if I'll be able to exactly, but I'll try. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Goodbye.